Imagine waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Not because you want to, but because if you don't, your family doesn't eat tonight. Now pause. Voice drops lower. Now imagine going to school after that, sitting in class, exhausted, hungry, wearing the same jacket you've worn for 3 years, while the other kids talk about their new phones and weekend trips. Building intensity. This is the story of a boy nobody believed in, a boy who was mocked, ignored, and written off by almost everyone around him. His name was Marcus. He grew up in a small, run-down apartment on the edge of Cleveland, Ohio. His mother used to tell him, "Baby, they can take everything from us, but they can never take what's in your head. So fill it up. Fill it up every single day." He never forgot those words. By the time Marcus was 12, he understood something most kids his age didn't have to think about. Money wasn't just tight. It was a daily war. Some nights, dinner was just rice with a little butter. Some nights, there wasn't dinner at all. When Marcus turned 15, everything got harder. His mother's hours got cut. The rent went up. And one evening, he heard her crying quietly. He started working at a fast food restaurant down the street, closing shifts 4 nights a week. He'd get home at 11:30 p.m., smelling like grease and fryer oil, and still have 2 hours of homework left to do. Some nights, he fell asleep at the kitchen table, pencil still in his hand. His classmates didn't know any of this. To them, Marcus was just that quiet kid who always looked tired, who never went to parties, who sometimes fell asleep in class. A few of them made fun of him for it. "Yo, is homework that boring, man?" Someone laughed once, while the whole class snickered. Marcus never explained himself. He just put his head down and kept working. Because deep down, he knew something they didn't. This wasn't going to be his whole life. This was just the price he had to pay to get out. Weekends weren't rest either. Saturday mornings were for extra shifts. Sunday afternoons were for studying at the library because their apartment was too loud, too small, and honestly, too painful to sit in for long. Report cards came, and despite everything, despite the exhaustion, despite the hunger, despite the whispers behind his back, Marcus kept his grades up. Not perfect, but good. Good enough to matter.
But life doesn't hand out victories for free. In his junior year, Marcus's mother got sick. Really sick. She had to stop working for almost 2 months. Suddenly, 16-year-old Marcus wasn't just a student with a part-time job anymore. He was the one paying the electric bill. He was the one making sure there was food in the fridge. He picked up more shifts. He started skipping meals so his mother could eat. His grades, for the first time, started to slip. One afternoon, his guidance counselor called him into her office.
"Marcus, at this rate, college might not be realistic for you. Maybe you should think about something more practical." He sat there, silent, staring at the floor. Because part of him, the tired, hungry 16-year-old part of him, almost believed her. That night, he almost quit. He sat on the edge of his bed with his backpack still on, and for the first time in years, he cried. Not from anger, from exhaustion, from feeling like no matter how hard he tried, it would never be enough. But then, his mother, still weak, still recovering, knocked softly on his door. "I heard what happened," she said. "Baby, listen to me. Tired doesn't mean you're failing. Tired just means you're still fighting. Don't you dare let one person's opinion decide who you become." Marcus didn't say anything. He just nodded. But something inside him shifted that night. From that day forward, something changed in Marcus. He stopped seeing his struggle as proof that he wasn't good enough and started seeing it as proof of exactly how strong he already was. He created a strict schedule: work, study, sleep, repeat. No wasted minutes. He started studying during his breaks at the restaurant, flashcards in one hand, a mop in the other. Senior year came. Marcus applied for every scholarship he could find. Local ones, small ones, ones that only gave $500. He figured every dollar mattered. Most of them rejected him, but one didn't. A local community foundation offered him a partial scholarship to attend Ohio State University. Not a full ride, but enough to make college possible, if he kept working alongside it. When the letter came in the mail, Marcus read it, standing in the kitchen. He read it twice. Then he sat down on the floor, right there, and just breathed. His mother, healthy again by then, walked in and saw the letter in his hands. She didn't need to ask what it said. She could see it on his face. She wrapped her arms around him and whispered, I told you they couldn't take what's in your head." He graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering, the first person in his family to ever graduate college. 3 months later, he was hired at a growing engineering firm in Columbus, Ohio. His starting salary was more money than his mother had ever made in a single year, working 2 jobs. The first thing Marcus did with his first paycheck, he didn't buy new clothes. He didn't buy a car. He paid off his mother's medical bills. The same bills from the year she got sick, the year everything almost fell apart. He handed her the receipt with tears in his eyes and said, "You don't have to work nights anymore, Mom. Not anymore." Marcus's story isn't rare because it's unusual. It's powerful because it's real, and because somewhere out there, right now, someone watching this is living Marcus's exact story. Maybe you're working a job you're embarrassed to talk about. Maybe you're exhausted, studying late at night while everyone else is asleep. Maybe someone told you that your dreams weren't realistic for someone like you. Let this be your reminder. Tired doesn't mean you're failing. Struggling doesn't mean you're not enough. It means you're still in the fight. And the fight is exactly what's building the person you're going to become. You don't need perfect conditions to build a better life. You just need to refuse to quit on the hard days. If this story meant something to you, hit subscribe, because every week we share real stories of people who turn struggle into strength. And if you're going through something hard right now, drop a comment below. Someone in this community needs to hear that they're not alone. Keep going. Your Marcus moment is coming.